Alright, today taking the 3-mile Florida Loop Trail on the backside of Hillsborough River State Park. Florida Loop Trail, 3.4 miles, I don't know if you can see that. Here we're coming to a split in the trail. It says it's 3 hours, but it's 3 miles, 3 hours, that's only a mile an hour. I'll be done in about an hour and 15 minutes. This trail is maintained by the Florida Trail Association, and as you can see, it's well beaten path. It's not going to walk in any cobwebs or anything like that, which is good. Hopefully we'll see some wildlife, and we'll knock this out. Good and dry too, that's so far anyways. On the loop back we'll be paralleling the river. We'll be able to see, maybe we'll see an alligator. Well, it looks like I spoke too soon about the trail being dry. There's a huge puddle right in the middle of the trail. More water. The trail's flooded out. Hopefully we can get by. I was saying this is one of the old parks in Florida. You can see some of the massive oak trees in this park. Absolutely amazing how big these oak trees are. Look at this oak tree. It's gorgeous. It's just everywhere. The park added these mile marker things out here. You can see on it has emergency phone numbers. About 3 years ago, a gentleman was tent camping or camping in the campground out here, and he went on a stroll at one night, and he actually spent 3 days out in the woods by himself, and he actually ended up getting found by another hiker. This park borders several other public lands that are owned by the county, the state, Swift Mud. Look at this tree that fell. That's a big tree. That's pretty cool. That right there is old Florida. That is old Florida. Swamp. This is actually the it's not really swampy, but it's the headwaters to the Hillsborough River. And on the other side of west of the park, there's actually well fields that supply Hillsborough County with its water supply. You can't see it. Look at that spider right there. Do you see him? It's pretty cool. So we better keep moving, or we're not going to make that hour and 15-minute time frame I was speaking of. This park's got one primitive campsite in it. We've come up to the turnoff, primitive camping, that way. So side trails off. The Florida trails are blue blazed, as you can see. And all trails maintained by the Florida Trail Association are orange blazed. And I was seeing orange blazes out there. Next time I see one, I'll show it to you. Look at the size of this spider right there. Do you see him? The camera's focusing on the plant in the back. That's a big spider. Here we got a little footbridge on our way to the primitive campsite. Sitting over here, a squirrel. Haven't really seen any wildlife. A couple squirrels, some banana spiders, and a bird. Well, my camera shut off, didn't start recording. We're back at the primitive campsite sign. I did walk in there, I did look at it, there was nothing to see, just a few open clearings. No fire rings, no nothing, just a few open clearings. So that's not very exciting. Just a flat piece of land to set your tent up on. There's a nice clearing right over there. We're still moving along here, doing pretty good. You know, walking through so many palm trees. There's a palm tree here. Has a lump about that same height in them. You see how tall it is, a tall tree. It actually looks like roots. It actually looks like part of the old root ball system of this tree. Almost as if this area was flooded that high. I mean, that's above my head. That's about 6 feet off the ground. Almost as if this area was flooded. I'll have to look into that a little more and see why it would have done that. As I was telling you earlier, all trails that are associated with the Florida Trail, that are maintained by the Florida Trail Association, are blazed in orange. There's an orange blaze for it. That's a big oak tree. That thing. They're so tall. They just keep going. Pretty amazing. Huge trees here. I know for some of you northerners, these trees aren't very exciting. But for Florida, those are some big oak trees. You can just see them. There's another one. Look at it. Amazing. Amazing. But as you can see, we're still wandering along. This is a very pleasant trail. This is very good condition. The entire trail has been this nice 2-foot wide path, and there's not much brush hanging into your path. You hardly ever got a duck. It's a very nice trail. I would recommend this trail to really anybody. 3 miles. It's not that far, so it's not like you got to be in super shape to be able to do it. We're going to continue our way down. We should be coming up along the river real soon. Another amazing oak tree. Look at this oak tree. Look at that ball on it. Look at that thing. I bet that tree is 100, 150 years old. You see in the picture how big this tree is. That's a big, big Florida oak. So that's pretty cool. Very nice. Alright, we just come around a corner, and there is Hillsborough River. It's really high right now from all the rains we've been getting. But that's what the park's named after right there, the Hillsborough River State Park. Now we ought to parallel the river pretty much the rest of the way back. Come up to a nice clearing spot where you can really see the river. Makes a turn here. You can see it coming around the corner there. Pretty awesome. Nice views. Boy, it is muggy. If I stop for more than 2 seconds, my glasses just fog right up just like that. It is so muggy out here. Look at that views. Look at that. There's another big oak tree going out over the river. Here's a nice another view of the river coming down along through there. It's pretty. It's pretty. Made it back to the trailhead. Fine. 3.3 miles. Took me about an hour and 20 minutes. So that's pretty good. But an hour and 20 minutes, 3.3 miles, and that's the trip. Trail's nice. Come out and enjoy Florida on the Florida Trail here in Hillsborough River State Park. See you next time.